Bring us in here.
I mean, just what the fuck was that? Oh my god! Wow! I'm just mind blown. You know how we could have started this? You should have hit the button the second you flushed the toilet.
That wasn't me. That's why I said don't say a word, because it wasn't me in the bathroom.
Oh. Well.
Oh boy.
Well, welcome to another review of Monday Night Raw for this November 16th, 2015. Follow us on Twitter at It's21Blackjack, at Wise and Now. Go subscribe to our wrestling podcast channel, Clean Finish Podcast. Follow on Twitter at Need Clean Finish. We have a Raw to review tonight. And man, after that main event,
yeah.
I've legitimately just seen one of the most disgusting things this year. Just not only was it disgusting, it was awful. It was terrible. I don't know who thought of this. It was just all around bad.
The title of the stream, though, I think is fitting. WWE is clueless. Did I get
my
it right?
buzz? Okay, so I went drunk bowling before I did this, and I got my taxi ride back home, and I watched this, and
so you started watching from the beginning.
My buzz was gone around 10:30, and that was the worst time for it to have been gone. Worst time. Let's do this.
This is great. This is great, Blackjack. This is great. This is great. This might just be a very fast review. This might be fast.
What's there to review?
Huh? What's
there to review? I mean, to be fair, there were actually some good matches tonight, but
there were.
So Raw started off with a boring 20-minute segment. To be fair, it actually started off with WWE doing a salute, or not a salute, I guess a moment of silence for the terrorist attacks in Paris.
Okay. Yeah.
But then after that, it started with a boring 20-minute segment.
Did this go longer than 20 minutes?
It actually went 17 minutes from what I heard.
This opening to Raw gimmick, it's got to be a rub, right? I mean, not a rub. It's got to be a rib, right?
At this point, I think it is now.
This has to be a rib.
I think they're completely aware that this is what they do.
This is a rib, and they're ribbing everybody. They even managed to do it with the Undertaker. This is a complete and utter rib. It has to be.
I don't know.
It cannot possibly be this incompetent. It's impossible.
Is the point, like, are they just under contract and they have to do this?
Let's rewind. Let's rewind time a little bit, because we've only said this on the podcast. We haven't said it on our Raw reviews. So we're going to rewind a little bit, and we're going to say, Blackjack, give me the first 20 minutes of NXT.
The first 20 minutes of NXT last week, let me see. We had a match that was used as an angle for so Ty Dillinger came out, but it was used as an angle for Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin.
Took 2 minutes.
Took 2 minutes. Then afterwards, we had a 6-man tag team match between Bayley and the Hype Bros versus Alexa Bliss and Blake and Murphy to help set up tension between the women's division, which then led to a backstage segment with Bayley and with Alexa Bliss running off with Bayley's title, Bayley coming backstage to chase her, Alexa Bliss attacking her, then Nia Jax picking up the belt, and it helped establish Nia Jax a little bit, who also had a segment with Eva Marie as they just kind of went off to the side and talked a little bit.
Which possibly setting up a little work relationship with those two.
Correct. And then we had a third match, which was what was that third match?
The third match, who was it? It wasn't the tag team match because that closed the show.
That closed the show, right? No, because Samoa Joe closed the show.
Samoa Joe. Well, they were before Samoa Joe, weren't they? No, there was another women's match.
You're right. Nia Jax versus
Yeah.
girl
So
from New
maybe it was
Jersey.
a tag team match.
You're right. Yeah, it was fourth. But yes, the point is the first 20 minutes. We got 3 matches. We had a bunch of segments. We also got an Apollo Crews promo afterwards too.
Within 20 minutes, we had stories established, or stories worked up, or stories brewed, all within 20 minutes.
And within 20 minutes of Raw, we got a long, boring segment that did nothing.
Even with The Undertaker, Kane, and the Wyatt family, who I am still saying I will not be reading a eulogy. I'll have one prepared. I will not be reading a eulogy of the Wyatts. Please, Lord, help the WWE. They can't possibly be this dumb. Like, why? See, it's my turn. It's my turn to get some of the bad comments today. Okay, Blackjack, you're not. Am I okay with that? Like, you good with that?
Good.
Can I get bad comments this week?
Go ahead, because apparently I get them every week.
Because this was stupid. I'm not gonna say this was stupid. This is always stupid.
Yes.
And now it just seems as though they're just plugging different pieces into that first 20 minutes. Maybe because Seth is down, but they're just plugging new people or new parts into that 20 minutes to do the same exact thing. Get us to turn the channel. Why is so much time wasted doing nothing? What did Bray what's that? Bray, the Wyatt family, Taker, and Kane. What did they do in that 20 minutes? Tell me what happened, Blackjack.
5 minutes of it was used for Druids to come out. 5 minutes of it was used for Undertaker and Kane to then come out. 5 minutes of it was used for a promo. 2 minutes of it was for Bray to come out. And then after Bray came out, 3 minutes of it was used for him to go ahead and do the whole, haha, my Druids are wearing sheep masks thing. And we had midgets attacking the Undertaker.
All right, wait. I was fine with the Bray saying I took over your Druids. I got that. Cool, great. But who the fuck are the little guys? Like, why were they all midgets?
They all were.
Was CM Punk under one of those Druid masks?
No.
He was before.
Not today.
He's not working for Bray?
No.
Daniel Bryan. How about Daniel Bryan? He's about as tall as those guys, right? Daniel Bryan was one of them. He had to be. No?
No.
NXT guys. Finn Balor got tossed out. It had to be Finn.
No. These guys were like 4-0.
Why were they so small?
I have no idea.
So this means what WWE was saying. So you got to read between the lines, Blackjack. WWE was saying that Bray only took half of Undertaker and Kane's powers.
This is stupid.
Why did this go so long? Why was Taker and Kane's entrance so long? Why do they do this? Are they ribbing themselves? Or are they really this clueless to not know that their ratings suck because of shit like this? Not the segment, but just consistently opening Raw the same way, giving us 20 minutes of reason to turn the TV. Who's the culprit here? Who thinks this is a good idea? They can't possibly be like ribbing themselves. They're losing money with it. How does this work? Who's the idiot? Blackjack, I need a name.
I couldn't tell you.
What was next?
After this, we actually got a match. It was Neville versus Kevin Owens, and this match was actually pretty decent.
I was good. It was good. It was good. I was good with this match. One thing though, a lot of people are, myself included, I noticed this, but I've already noticed this, but it just sunk in now, and it's such a simple thing. most of us, well, you should have noticed by now, Kevin Owens' moveset has died down a whole lot since he debuted against Cena.
Yes.
And the simple fact, and people are like, man, you really can't get behind Kevin Owens because you know where he was when he wrestled that match with Cena, and you know what he's doing now, which is not really much. But the thing is, with that match with Cena, he worked a babyface style, ring-wise. Whereas now he has to strip all of that down, dumb a lot of it down, slow it down, and get some heat, which is what he's pretty much doing. He's not really telling you a story to get you to like him. So it really literally just dawned on me like, oh, that's why Kevin Owens is wrestling like this. We're not supposed to like the guy. And it's a common sense thing, but I don't know why that just dawned on me because I don't know. I'm pretty sure you're gonna sit there and say, "Why is it? You really didn't notice?" I knew it. I just didn't know this. I wasn't paying attention.
Because when he's going up against Cena, he's obviously going to get cheered, and you have to pull out all the stops against him. So yeah, naturally he's going to do everything and do the stupid like 180 moonsault shit.
Yeah, it was a coming out party for him back then. So seeing him wrestle a match with Neville, it's not going to be what we expect. It shouldn't be what we expect. But at least he picked up the tempo a little bit to give us, because he's got to keep up with a guy like that. He can't just go out there and look like he can't because he can. Which is what made this match just a little bit better. Like if we would have got the same watered down Kevin Owens that we get, like Kevin Owens versus Ryback, this could have possibly been bad. But that's not what we got. Owens kept up with him, which is all we could ask for. He can't do too much of his normal stuff, his shtick. So I was okay with this. I was okay with this match. You?
Yeah, it was fine.
Do you buy Kevin Owens possibly winning the title?
No.
Not even in the least bit.
I mean, I would, but
What is your reason in not buying him winning? I don't buy him winning it either. But what is your reason in not buying him winning the title?
Roman Reigns.
Okay, so what was the next match?
I mean, like, what other reason do you want me to have? Why is that?
I don't know. Maybe it's a visionary thing.
No. By the way, have you seen the YouTube video with Kevin Owens after he won his match against Titus O'Neil?
Nope.
No, you need to see this.
Somebody sent it to me though, but I didn't look at it at the time they sent it to me, so I forgot.
That shit is hilarious. He's backstage and he talks about like, oh, Titus O'Neil, he's so strong. He's so strong. He's really strong. But I beat him though. And he's just like laying on a crate. And then he goes and he tells JoJo, yeah, I'm going to be the first person ever to win the to hold the Intercontinental Championship and the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. No one else has done it. I looked it up on the internet. I Googled it.
Oh, okay. This is him talking. Go ahead.
Yes, it's a joke. He's like, I Googled it. I researched it. I looked all over the internet. Nobody else has done it. I'm going to be the first one. I just died laughing.
The funny part is just how he was acting.
Yes, because he's just lying on the crate and looking straight up at the ceiling as he's doing this. And then he gets tired of JoJo interviewing him. So then he just like, no, I'm out of here.
Sounds like JoJo didn't get a chance to say anything.
And magically, she was asking him questions like here and there, but he would like either keep interrupting her or just like say something else. So as he's finally said, like, I'm done, he just goes and pushes, like, you don't see it, but the crate just magically moves and slides him off camera.
The fuck?
It's the most laziest thing you've ever seen.
What?
He's just like, I'm out. And he uses his legs and pushes himself so that he slides off camera.
Wait, because I was going to say Ultimate Warrior, but hold up. Damn. He just slid himself up out of there?
Yeah, he's just like, all right, I'm going.
Like he's a dude on rollerblades. He was that guy. The dude on rollerblades in his underwear that's always sliding in and out of the camera focus.
Yes.
That's what he did.
Yeah, so like, how they do like the sliding in your DMs? Well, he was sliding out the picture.
I got to see it now. All right, so what do we get next?
By the way, they did make mention of this. So Kevin Owens is in a new feud now with Melissa Joan Hart, which I thought is
What
hilarious.
the fuck is that?
Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
So what was next?
Clarissa explains it all.
No. Okay.
You're right. We're elongating this. Tyler Breeze versus R-Truth. Tyler Breeze wins.
All right. Moving along.
Michael Cole needs to stop saying the word selfie. Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler. This
match already.
Huh?
We had this match already last week. Didn't we?
Like, I know you can keep a straight face, but I'm not going to. I get it.
This isn't okay. All right, so we got a rematch from last week. Go ahead, Blackjack.
So Dolph Ziggler, Dean Ambrose started off a little interesting, I guess. Basically, you had Ambrose and Ziggler kind of like getting a feel for each other, which is strange because I'm pretty sure they've wrestled in the past. Are we trying to go off weird, like little chain grappling stuff? It's like a beginning of a WWE 2K16 match. And then it just kind of broke off and they finally started hitting their moves and offense and whatnot. And then Dean Ambrose got out of a roll-up, hit Ziggler with dirty deeds. Match was over. Pretty okay match. Did what it needed to do. Ambrose then grabbed the mic and said he vowed to turn WWE on its head when he wins the title. Told Michael Cole was going to be replaced with a fish tank.
So I was watching some old pay-per-views, and I watched what was it? No Way Out 2004. Eddie Guerrero and Brock Lesnar. That Solid Monster told us to. Gave us some homework, and I listened to the commentary as we were supposed to. Taz and Michael Cole were on commentary. Michael Cole was great.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I mean, what do you think? It's obviously, you know, backstage. I mean, you can listen to any paper.
He said, I completely get it because he was good at one point. He was good.
Listen back to anything from like 2000, 2002, 2003, 2004.
Up until about 2006.
Yeah. I'm still going in the years. Well, it goes up for a while, and then all of a sudden he just becomes complete shit. Remember, there was a time when I just started watching wrestling again, and I was like, JBL's actually pretty good.
So you watched it too?
Huh?
Did you watch that pay-per-view too?
Not that particular pay-per-view. No, I need to.
They had Jamie Noble versus Nydia. That was a pretty good match. It was a blindfold match. It was pretty good.
They won't do that today, though.
No, he put that bitch in a dragon sleep.
Yeah. It was like, all right, go to sleep.
Yeah,
go night.
Yo, it was good though. All right, so how did we get to Michael Cole? Oh, because he said he's gonna put him in the fish tank. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad what they have done to commentary. They've managed to make everything shitty. Everything that you've liked about wrestling growing up, even down to commentary, they've managed to make shitty. This is incredible. They want to make sure that when you watch Raw or WWE, there are no redeeming qualities about it. They want you to not come back. That's how I feel. Yeah. I feel as though they want you to not watch their shit. Tonight was a go-home show of Survivor Series. I think they did a better job at making me not want to watch than wanting to watch.
By the way, did you see the Dean Ambrose video that they put online too?
No.
Yeah, you need to see that one too. That one was actually pretty good as well. Yeah, which goes to show you they should probably be putting up the WWE YouTube content instead of the shit that they put on Raw.
They should just put up YouTube videos instead of putting on Raw.
You know what? I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Maybe it should just snow everywhere, just like it did earlier this year, right after the Royal Rumble. Mm-hmm. Was that Royal Rumble?
Yeah, the otherwise known as the night that saved Roman.
Yeah, because as a matter of fact, I remember I was almost stuck at the airport that night or that day. because I was flying in from Philly, as a matter of fact. Well, I was landing in Philly and then going back to Jersey. So I had to stop in Philly, and it was snowing. So we need to get snow every Monday so they can just put on YouTube clips. Apparently, those are the things that would get people over more. They have better segments on YouTube than they do Raw. What was next?
New Day versus the Usos and Ryback.
Okay, so this was the beanie match.
This is a weird promo by New Day, because there are parts of it where I'm like, okay, and there are other parts where I'm like, okay, I want you to shut up now.
Yes, this is how I've been feeling for about the past month or two.
They're like, they say certain words like booty aid, and I'm like, yeah, that's funny. And then they just kind of say other things, and I'm like, oh God, make them stop.
Going.
Yeah.
Just keep going. When their mic time was shorter, it was a lot better. Now, and I tweeted this, I said, well, once Vince finds something funny, it's going to turn to shit. Oh man, these guys are funny. Let's do more of it. Let's give them more time. As a matter of fact, say this too. I like this. Go out there. Here's your talking points. Why do we have talking points now, Vince? Because you got talking points and you're black. So I've been wishy-washy on him for the past over the past month. I've actually said this before as well. Hell, I think I said it around the time the Dudleys came back. Like, man, they're really going too hard on New Day. Like, just I don't know. I was sensing the change, and people still aren't going to see it now. They probably still find them enjoyable because they may say, little trigger words that are funny, and not even notice. Like, damn, they're going extra long now. Then again, people wanted 3 hours of New Day Raw, so there you go. The match.
I mean, it was a match.
Do New Day got a match at Survivor Series?
As of right now, no. But I imagine that because it's Survivor Series, they're probably going to do some sort of Survivor Series type match and probably put it on the pre-show. I don't know.
That's exactly what I expect. I expect New Day to be on the pre-show.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, New Day wins. New Day wins because of DQ, because Ryback just decided, well, you know what? I can't save my partners, so fuck this. I'm just gonna go wreck them.
I guess it was Big E's gyrations in his face.
Probably.
That sent it overboard. Those are always fun to watch.
So Triple H is backstage.
Before you go on, I want you to imagine this, like right in your face.
Mm-hmm.
Some big black sweaty guy with huge pecs, look like tits, is gyrating in your face with his eyes real wide, with his tongue out, wearing a singlet.
No.
With the blade haircut. How would you react?
I would be out of that room within seconds.
Yo, he's just there with his tongue out, gyrating in your face. Like, no matter what, I don't think that will ever be unfunny. That would never be unfunny. Okay, Triple H.
So Triple H is backstage in the locker room with Cesaro. He's talking about how important this match is for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And he says, Cesaro, you're a hell of a performer. It's about time for you to grab the brass ring and become the man. I don't want to see you waste an opportunity, considering, how long you've been here and how hard you've worked. So then we have a match, Roman Reigns versus Cesaro, which is weird because Triple H, I could have swore, was like almost offering Cesaro to be the man, and yet he did nothing to help him here.
Maybe. Just maybe. Maybe. And by maybe I mean this is not going to happen. But maybe what Triple H is doing is saying, okay, you'll lose your match, that's fine. But if you join me, you're going to get your title shot after the tournament. Maybe. So maybe he's just planting seeds.
Maybe, I don't know. So we had this match, Roman Reigns versus Cesaro. Cesaro is just fucking amazing. I never want to hear again any argument about John Cena being Wrestler of the Year. I'm just going to point people to this match.
Yeah.
He had 2 great matches against Cesaro, though, and he showcased really how good Cesaro is. No, Cesaro is just fucking fantastic.
Cesaro's Wrestler of the Year. I don't care how much he loses. I don't care that he's won no titles. Cesaro, well, he's won the tag titles, but I don't care that he's won no titles that mean anything. Cesaro's Wrestler of the Year. And it's
the only person I would argue is Seth Rollins, but I mean, Cesaro, okay, you can argue.
Take that back. I can't say it's not even close. It's sort of kind of in the ballpark. Cesaro knocks it out of the ballpark.
There should only really be 3 people in contention for this.
Who's your third?
So there's Cesaro, there's Seth Rollins, and then there's Sasha Banks.
Well, being that Sasha Banks hasn't really wrestled much,
that's what's going to hurt her
this year.
But considering what
put on the best matches,
yeah,
but that's less than a handful of matches.
Yeah, it's about 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, whereas Cesaro does it, if not every match,
almost every month
out of 10.
Almost every month, Cesaro is putting on a barn burner.
You're not going to get a match with Cesaro in it that you're going to say, well, that sucked.
Yeah, no, that doesn't happen. Unless he's getting squashed in like 10 minutes. In 2 minutes, like the Big Show match.
Oh, man. Wrestler of the Year. I don't give a goddamn. It's simple. It's very easy. It's very easy. He's definitely Wrestler of the Year.
Yeah.
Fuck, put him together with Chad Gable. All right, so let's talk about this match a little bit here. But before we do, Vince, oh my God, there's no possible way. There's no way. He just made Cesaro. I mean, he just made Roman Reigns look good. And I don't even think Roman Reigns did much in this match, did he?
No.
I might have to go back and watch this match.
I mean, he got some offense here and there, but I mean,
some punches.
Yeah, I mean, Roman Reigns wasn't. Oh! Wait a minute. I was gonna say Roman Reigns wasn't bad, but then there was one particular thing that he did that irked me in this match. He forgot which arm he was selling. So he lands outside and he starts selling his right arm because that's the arm that goes into the post, or whatever arm has the tattoos on it. And then he just starts selling the other arm.
Oops.
And completely forgot which arm he was supposed to be selling. So, yeah. Other than that, I mean, the psychology of it was of the match was pretty damn good. This is really back and forth. Cesaro just that sequence at the beginning was so damn good, where he gets him up in the corner. Where he gets thrown into the ropes. He flips over, stops him with the boot, throws Roman into the corner. I think he gets up there. Roman goes and tries to do something at the top rope. He does a cartwheel off the ropes and then pushes Roman into the corner, goes and I think he flips him over for an O'Connor roll. It's just really great. And there was a lot of sequence stuff that Cesaro did in this match and it looked great. Anyway, Roman hits a Superman punch, spear for the win.
How the fuck did he pull off that cartwheel?
He's Cesaro. It's a fucking Swiss Superman. That's what he does.
Yeah, he might have to catch this follow back, man. I hadn't unfollowed him because I started feeling bad for him at one point.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't stand to see his tweets anymore because you're like, man, this guy really wants it. He's really trying. I can't stand to see it that he really wants it and he's never going to get it. So I had to unfollow him, man. I was a guilt trip. But, yo, this guy, man, he's not human anymore. As a matter of fact, I think we're being deprived of a Cesaro-Brock Lesnar match.
Yeah, we really are. I think that match would be absolutely fantastic.
That's a match that legit needs to happen. Like legitimately needs to happen. And fuck, you didn't remind me to talk about Brock on Thursday.
We'll talk about it this Thursday.
Well, let me just quickly do this.
Okay.
They're completely wasting their money on Brock Lesnar.
Oh yeah, no shit.
So why do you say no shit?
Just look at how underutilized he is.
Not only that, they have done nothing with Brock to put over anyone. Not a single. I mean, they made an attempt with Roman Reigns, but the people shat on it. Can't blame them for that. But other than that, what have Brock's matches been since he's been back?
Okay, so
always start with Cena.
Seth Rollins.
All right, so you're working backwards.
No, he didn't have a match with Cena.
Brock.
Since he signed his contract?
Since he came back to WWE from UFC.
No, we're not counting that.
Yes, we are.
Fine. Cena, Triple H, The Undertaker, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Undertaker, Big Show.
Name again. I want to make sure you're not missing anything. Didn't he have Mark Henry, or was that just?
That's the Big Show you're thinking of.
No, he had Mark Henry on a Raw match.
When was this? Oh, no. When was this?
This was around the same time as Big Show, when they was before the Royal Rumble, where they had him squashing big guys. I don't know if it was a match or he just came out and fucked them up.
Fuck me then.
No, Brock was just in the ring and Mark Henry.
Oh, CM Punk. Totally forgot about that.
CM Punk.
Which is a shame. That was actually his best match, was CM Punk. Oh, right. And he killed Kofi in Japan.
All right.
He also killed Michael Cole.
So get in his shoe. So what younger talent has Brock had matches with? Reigns, Rollins.
He did not bury Punk.
Hell no. That was match of the year. Reigns, Rollins. Who else have they decided to put Brock in the ring with to make that guy get some shine?
Big Show.
What younger guy?
Kofi Kingston.
To make that guy get some shine.
He did kill Bo Dallas.
To make that guy get some shine.
I mean, I get your point. Yes.
I mean, if you want to say he killed Bo Dallas, then he fucking killed what's that jabroni's name?
He killed Big Cass too.
Cass, there we go. Cass. There you go. Cass was the cameraman who got F5'd into oblivion. Complete misuse of Brock Lesnar, and he's gonna have another 2 more years. Do you think that they're going to decide to put this guy in the matches with guys like Cesaro, or maybe the faded Daniel Bryan match that we've never gotten, or who else could they put him in there with that could look legitimate and stand a chance that people will want to see? Who else could they put him in there with?
Heath Slater.
All right, so this match. This is a pretty good match. I enjoyed this night easily. Match of the year. I mean, excuse me. Match of the night.
See, I'm gonna have to talk to
of the night.
I'm gonna have to talk to Mickie James in a second, but go ahead.
Mickie James?
Yeah, keep going. We'll get back to her in a second.
Well, hold on, wait. What you mean though?
We'll get back to her in a second.
But what Mickie James do?
You'll see when we get there.
But what?
Keep going. You'll see when we get there.
Hold on, give me a second. Can I block somebody right fast?
Yes. Also, Cesaro and Reigns shook hands after the match.
There we go. Okay. All right. There we go. Yeah. I was okay with that. So at the end of this match, when you've seen Cesaro put on such a phenomenal match, and this might sound like we're kissing ass here, but we are. But he put on some well-deserved ass kissing here. Did you get from this match that they have to be planning something with this guy legitimately, or they're going to continue to use him as enhancement talent?
Yep.
They're making it really hard for me to watch the product.
How? I mean, come on, Wiza. How many matches like this has this guy had?
This one is
why is this one different? Why should I believe that this one's different? They've done this so many times now where they're like, oh, yes, he's a great worker. He's going to put on this great match with this marquee guy, and then we're just going to completely forget about him. They do this all the time.
I got my head down while you're talking.
I'm going to give you this dose of reality.
But Triple H came and said things to him.
The Triple H says things to everybody. Triple H talked to Del Rio tonight.
But Triple H acknowledged the Cesaro section.
The commentary sells the Cesaro section.
Cesaro needs to go to NXT.
Shit, yeah, he'd be champion tomorrow.
Oh, fuck. And you know what else I think is really good about Cesaro right now? He's not saying anything.
No, he's not.
He doesn't talk. He just smirks. That's all he does.
That's all he needs to do.
This could be Roman Reigns. Just smirk. You don't need to talk. We know what you could do. I think. Okay, I think. You don't have to talk, though. Just come in, smirk, and fight and punch people, because that's what you do. You punch people. And you throw your body at their torso. They've done a good job at hiding Cesaro's weaknesses here, which is obviously talking. They're gonna push him to the moon, man.
All right, have fun.
I don't believe that. So what do we get next?
The Ascension versus the Dudley Boys. Dudley Boys win. I don't know what else you want me to talk about.
I got nothing for you.
Okay. They did a segment.
No. Backtrack. Cesaro and Roman Reigns effectively ended Raw for maybe over 1 million people. I'm sure it did. Blackjack, I am sure it did. Once Roman Reigns and Cesaro was over, and the people who were watching saw what match came on next, I am 1000% sure they turned it off. I can't wait to see the ratings for this one.
Yeah.
What the fuck were they doing? Why did this not... We know why. 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 Tell me about Mickie James before we move on.
No, because we're going to get there.
We're there.
No, we're not. We're not there yet.
Oh, damn it.
So they do a tribute for Nick Bockwinkel, who just passed away.
Not much of a tribute. They just showed him.
Yeah. Renee Young interviewed Alberto Del Rio and Zeb Coulter. Talked about his upcoming match with Kalisto. Triple H came in and gives his offer. So we have Kalisto versus Del Rio. I mean, it was a match, I guess. Kalisto was the only interesting thing about this match. Del Rio is so whatever. Del Rio wins with a very convoluted corner stomp, which it's funny to me. The curb stomp, not okay. This corner stomp, okay. But this corner stomp looks like absolute shit.
It does. But this is one of the better matches I've seen since Del Rio's comeback.
It's Del Rio. I couldn't care right now.
And it's not on Del Rio. I think that Kalisto did a really good job with it. I think they did a good job working together. I think their synergy was pretty good together.
Yes.
I would put this over the match with Del Rio and Neville as well. I don't know. I don't know. Well, you're supposed to like Kalisto. Kalisto's, they need to go on ahead and split up that tag team. He doesn't need it anymore.
Yeah. I mean, if the idea is that I'm just not supposed to like Del Rio, fine, but they're not giving me any reason to care about him is the problem.
This Kalisto guy, how old is he?
Kalisto, I think, is 29.
Damn. Fuck.
Yeah, he's 29. He actually just turned 29 this past Saturday.
If only he was about 24 to 26. then they could really, really put some money behind them.
I mean, they could anyway.
They still could, yeah, but a lot of people grew up with Rey Mysterio. We're, here in America, we're not really growing up with Kalisto. Like, we caught Rey Mysterio at a pretty young age. Oh, well.
Moving on. We have the moment, the main event for tonight.
All right, tell me about Mickie James.
Mickie James said that this segment was money.
Tell me about the. Can we?
She said, "Now this."
Never mind. See, you should have never even brought her up.
Now this. See, but you kept asking about her.
You should have never mentioned her.
She said, "Now this
what is doing.
This is money, ladies." Hashtag best for biz.
Oh.
Hashtag real life.
Oh.
Hashtag make it about the championship.
Oh. What about that was about the championship?
Nothing.
Usually I want to fuck Mickie James.
Wow.
But fuck Mickie James. What the fuck? What? You know what? I'm going to drink my Powerade.
Why is it this segment was so awful?
This was one of the worst things I've seen. And I can't remember how long. I can't remember how long it's been since I've seen something this cringeworthy.
Yeah. This was, I mean, not even just from the subject matter, just the actual in-ring stuff was pretty damn bad too.
You couldn't watch this without helping but sit there and say, oh God.
Yeah.
This can't get any worse.
Yeah. And somehow it continued to do so.
And worse. And oh my God, somebody stop this. USA, put on another show, please. Anybody, something, do something about this. Somebody, calling the ref while they're talking. Just split this shit up. Just don't do no. And she's crying. Oh no. Oh, Paige and now Paige. Oh shit. It just kept getting worse and worse. And then the brawl. Blackjack, I sincerely, wholeheartedly apologize to thee. Forever in my life saying that Charlotte was better than Sasha Banks.
Damn right you are.
I sincerely apologize to anybody who I may have offended by ever saying that Charlotte was good. Charlotte sucks.
Yeah.
She can't throw a punch correctly.
No, she cannot.
Did you see those punches?
They were horrible.
Did you see those punches?
The second that Paige made that comment about, like, oh, maybe your brother didn't try hard enough, and she started throwing those punches, I started laughing, and I shouldn't be doing that. I actually started laughing. It was that bad.
Oh my God. How did this I might have to go back and watch some NXT matches with her. She can't possibly have been this bad.
Yeah, no. She's Wiza, I keep telling you, she was sloppy. She was always sloppy. She was never really that good. I tried to tell you this.
But them punches, though.
I tried to tell you, Wiza, and you kept not believing me.
But them punches, though.
They're shit. But absolute shit.
Them punches, though. I'd rather listen to Brie Bella scream out, "Come on, Nikki," than watch Charlotte throw a punch. Them punches, though. She was legit hitting the mat, the floor. Where was she swinging? What kind of swing? Who are those swings supposed to hurt? Who are those punches supposed to hurt? She's sloppy just like Paige. Paige sucks too.
But Charlotte was on another level of suck tonight.
Yo, she raised the bar for suckage. her suck game was on critical. Critical suck game for Charlotte.
Can we just talk about this stupid Reed angle real quick? Who the fuck's idea was this?
Why they even okay?
Where did this? First of all, where the fuck did this come from?
How long ago did Reed die?
Jeez, I can't even remember. Feels like it was like 2 years ago, maybe. 2 years ago. That's when it is.
Was this around the time where Ric Flair got his second Hall of Fame ring?
Possibly.
Had to be.
Yeah.
I think that's what he started talking about during his Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
The speech. It was a long time ago. It wasn't even televised on a network. Well, the network is in the second year. So it wasn't. It's a long ass time ago. What the fuck was the reason in bringing this up?
No idea.
What did this do for the match?
Nothing.
Was it supposed to make Charlotte upset? So that you could say, oh, Charlotte's upset. She's going to get her revenge on Sunday night at Survivor Series.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what this was doing?
It's what I'm guessing. And the worst part about this, too, is that Reed OD'd.
He wasn't good enough to fight it, Blackjack.
He fucking OD'd, which made that line even worse. That actually made that line sickening. What a terrible fucking angle.
Real life, Blackjack. Hashtag real life. Chat saying he died in 2013. Shit, felt like longer ago than that. Well, we're at the end of 2015, so
yeah.
Fuck you guys. Mm-hmm. What was the reason? I need a reason. What was the reason bringing in him? Like, were they? What would it?
They were talking about like friendship at first, and
I was never your friend, Charlotte. I used you. Well, you did a bad job using me since I'm the champion and you're not. Neener. Like, fuck these bitches.
Right. Then I told you this was what was going to happen, is that the second this promo ended with Paige and that quote unquote Paige bomb, that all this was going to turn into. I mean, granted, you said they were going nowhere with it, but I specifically said that what this was going to become is that these are just a whole bunch of jealous bitches. Because if they don't give anything Paige to run with, that's all this becomes, is Paige is a jealous bitch. And everybody's a jealous bitch. Charlotte is a jealous bitch. Paige is a jealous bitch. Everyone is just a jealous bitch because that's all WWE knows how to book with women. You're a jealous bitch. That's it.
Blackjack. This was the main event of the go-home show of one of the top 4 pay-per-views in Survivor Series. Okay?
This was fuck awful.
Okay? Not only that, it was the women, the divas that closed the show of the go-home Raw of Survivor Series, one of the top 4 pay-per-views. Not only that, but they actually promoted this segment, the entire Raw. Blackjack?
Yes.
Were you expecting anything? Anything? Bitches be cray-cray. Yes, absolutely. Were you expecting anything from this going into it? Or were you just saying, oh, this is closing Raw? This is going to be god-awful.
I just thought, oh, this is closing Raw. Whatever.
Did you think that you were going to get some type of crazy angle or something mildly interesting? Since this is the closing of the Raw of one of the top 4 pay-per-views in Survivor Series. Were you expecting that they were going to give you a reason to want to see this?
I would hope so, but was I expecting that? No. Was I expecting this? Fuck no.
This is why I say WWE is clueless. Blackjack, I honestly think that the people in WWE, I honestly believe that they think the Divas Revolution is actually getting over.
No.
Blackjack.
No, and oh, and
No, Blackjack. They put this on the main event slot of the go home show of one of the top 4 pay-per-views, Survivor Series. I honestly believe that they think that this is working. Why else would they put them in this position? Do they honestly think that the crowd is behind Charlotte Flair?
I mean, even listen to her reaction tonight.
They are incredibly clueless. And the thing, this is what I was thinking for the last hour of Raw. Because again, I've been watching some old school Raws and I've been watching some old school pay-per-views. And the driving force for Vince to go the extra mile to make sure that wrestling fans were happy and to make sure that he had a product that was watchable was competition. This is what happens when there's no competition. Could you imagine if there was competition, legit competition, and the main WWE roster has this talent? You can't tell me that they wouldn't be going that extra mile. This is some lazy, clueless, dumb shit.
It's just amazing to me that the previous the previous NXT Women's Champion is nowhere near a title picture.
Sheamus, Barrett, and Neville for the pre-show.
Is that official?
Somebody just put that in the chat. I don't know. Where did they go wrong? Where did they make such a bad left turn? Because this is incredible how bad this is.
Who the fuck booked this? Who thought this was a good idea?
And the thing is, they have talent. There's talent in the WWE. There's tons of it. Could you imagine they had this talent level on the guys that they had in WWF? Could you imagine that those guys had the talent that these guys have now?
Uh-huh.
They had those storylines? My God. So now you essentially still have the mastermind behind WWF, and then you have the talent of the WWE, and they can't get it to mix. How hard is it to make storylines that matter? Blackjack, I essentially watched Big Boss Man mean something in 1998. Big Boss Man. Excuse me, hold up. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Big Boss Man.
Big Boss Man.
Yeah.
Yet they have divas or women as talented as they do now, and they can't even put on matches that divas that had no wrestling talent, such as Sable, they can't even let them put on matches as well as them. Sable, Tori Wilson, they put on matches back in the mid 2000s, early 2000s. They put on better matches than the divas do on the main roster today. And the women on the main roster today are 10 times better athletes than those women were then. Mainly the names I just named, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? Where'd they make such a left turn?
I couldn't.
We can't blame this on Cena anymore.
This in particular has nothing to do with Cena.
Someone is tanking in WWE. I honestly believe this. Someone is tanking. Maybe somebody's controlling the stock, or like they've got to be doing this on purpose. Someone's trying to cash out here. Someone's doing something. Someone's trying to drive the stock down so low so that they could just buy that shit low. You got NXT brewing. You got Triple H going to be on the come up once he gets the head of WWE. Maybe the business is going to kick up a notch, and then maybe you sell while the stock is high. Buy low, sell high. It's got to be the. I'm trying to think of reasons why it honestly feels as though they're sabotaging their own company. They can't possibly be this stupid. It's been a while since I've shat on them like this, but goddamn, this is stupid.
This is really stupid. This is remarkable. I'm so sickened.
My man said I'd rather see D'Lo Brown versus Draws. I'd rather see D'Lo Brown versus Draws than watch any of that last hour of Raw. Unless the Roman Reigns and Cesaro match was in it, then
I'd rather see Gilbert versus who fucking cares? Al Snow. I'm just unbelievably sickened that
this
that
is
happened.
Go home show of Survivor Series.
It's not even just that. The go home show to Survivor Series, and you need to plug Charlotte's match by using the death of her brother,
which did nothing.
Survivor
Series match.
Nothing for the Survivor Series match, and they didn't even sign the fucking contract.
They never signed it. They don't have a match. No.
And the fight that they had outside,
Cole tried to get them back over to the table so that they could sign it, and they refused.
Yes, and the fight that they had outside was fucking awful.
Where the fuck was Paige going? She didn't sign the contract. Does she not want the match? She was leaving before the brawl. This bitch is like, oh, I've had it. I'm out of here. Wait, stupid. You didn't sign the match. You didn't sign the contract so that you can have your title match. The match that you're saying that you should be the champion. Remember that part? You should be the champion, Paige, but how are you going to be the champion when you don't sign a damn contract? Oops, we forgot that part. Boneheaded. This is just laziness. This is absolute laziness. I don't get a sense of urgency. I don't get a sense of people giving a damn how the product looks at this point. Ratings are dropping every week, and there's no sense of urgency at all. None. You get people that's over with the crowd. You get a guy that people like.
Apparently,
nothing with him.
Apparently, Paige signed it, but Charlotte didn't. Still.
When did Paige sign?
I don't know. I missed it.
When did that happen?
Yeah, I missed it all in between Charlotte using her brother for this fucking angle.
I remember Cole telling her to come back, and then Charlotte decides she wants to fly over the table. Maybe I missed it.
Yeah.
Maybe that was my lack of attention to such a shitty segment.
Yes.
Say what you're saying. This was stupid. Oh God, this sucked. Oh my God.
What a shitty fucking angle. It just
the fighting on the outside.
I've never seen worse punches thrown in my life. Like, I'm supposed to buy that this is real. And the second the fight started, I was like, no.
I'm surprised Charlotte didn't put her in a bear hug on top of the announce table.
I think maybe the only believable thing was that spear to the barricade. Maybe.
That was clean. That was clean. Well, not clean, but that looked good.
Yeah. Outside of that, everything else looked awful.
Because then she started punching her.
Yeah.
I don't think Charlotte should ever be allowed to throw another working punch. Ever. 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 She needs to lay them shits in. Maybe she never had a fight as a kid. I don't know. And the eyelashes, man. The eyelashes bother me. I'm sorry. I stay bringing up stuff like this around about the divas. Their hair, the eyelash.
Well, I mean, it's something that they accentuate anyway.
They fucking cover her entire cheek. Why are her eyelashes so damn big? And then Charlotte, too. Like, Charlotte comes out looking like she's crying. Because of these ridiculous eyelashes. Oh, no. It was something that bothered me and it just popped in my head.
I mean, all she fucking does is cry. It's almost getting to a point of annoyance.
Why didn't Charlotte put Paige in a bear hug on the announce table? Why didn't she do it? I mean, she could have really put her in pain that way. It's on the announce table, Blackjack.
I couldn't tell you.
Clearly, she wasn't thinking about inflicting real pain. Oh my God. This Raw. They have got to be thinking about long-term money here. They got to be. Buy low, sell high. They got to be. They've got to be. That's the only thing I got right now, Blackjack. Buy low, sell high. That's the master plan right there. Tank the shit now, and when it gets hot, you buy it back. Do you have any other reason and why it could be this bad?
They have no fucking clue what they're doing.
Why isn't Blackjack just stop wasting your time watching this shit show? No, because we got to provide you guys the content. Because even though it sucks, I enjoy shitting on it sometimes. I'm sure Blackjack enjoys getting pissed off at it sometimes. And you guys sometimes like hearing us shit on it because you guys mostly agree with it, and you also come to shit on it as well. So whenever it's a shit show, we're all going to have a shit fest. And this was a shit show. So we're all having a shit fest. We can talk about Ronda Rousey because apparently, someone said that maybe they were doing this, or maybe they booked this as the thing to close Raw before Ronda Rousey lost her match. And maybe they were going off of the expectation that Ronda Rousey would win, and they could still comment on that, use that to build this Divas Revolution. Because what was oddly missing from when they showed the highlight of Stephanie talking about the Divas Revolution when she first brought them out was her reference to Ronda Rousey. Did you notice they cut that out?
When?
Before the women came out.
Okay.
They talked about how the Divas Revolution started, and it was with Stephanie bringing them out. They showed her introducing them and what she was saying, but they left out the part about Ronda Rousey.
Does it really fucking matter?
So do you think that they're still building for Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania?
Who fucking cares?
Do you think Ronda Rousey will still have the star power?
Does she give a shit?
Does Ronda Rousey give a shit?
Yes. Well, she might now. Now she might. Right now, she's got a broken nose. So she needs to fix that first.
She got brutalized. Goddamn. Oh, man. All right.
I'm pretty sure that segment which Charlotte and Paige gave is actually what gave Charlie Sheen AIDS. That gave him HIV.
Hold on, wait, what? Say it again?
Charlie Sheen is HIV positive. It's a news story today. I'm making a joke.
Oh, I just didn't hear what it was that you said.
Charlie Sheen is HIV positive.
Okay.
And I'm saying that this segment was so awful, I'm pretty sure this is the cause of it.
Or if he already had it, this probably cured it.
This segment was fucking awful.
They decided to. Is it just me, or was Charlotte completely forgetting her lines half the time?
Yes, and that's what made it even worse, because it means that this was scripted, and the script was to use Charlotte's brother's death to sell a match, which I think is absolutely shitty. It's a shitty fucking thing to do when that person has nothing to do with it. This isn't like, you know, the Undertaker feud where CM Punk talked about the passing of Paul Bearer, because that actually had something to do with the match and had some.
And it was current.
It was current. It made sense. This shit made no fucking sense. None.
Reed had nothing to do with this.
No, her brother was. I can't even think of a time her brother was ever an angle in NXT.
Was Reed ever even in WWE?
No, not to my knowledge.
Did Reed wrestle?
Yes, he did.
WCW at least? Anything?
Yes, he was in WCW. He wrestled. I'm pretty sure he wrestled in Japan too.
Okay, because the only one I remember is David Flair.
Mm-hmm.
He sucked ass. Boy, this was something. This was something.
Any possible interest in Charlotte is absolutely dead for me tonight. After tonight.
So let's plug Thursday's show, because that's usually 10 times out of 10, a 10 times better show than what we do on Mondays here.
On Thursday, I might bury Charlotte because that shit was so awful.
Oh, shit. So you're actually going to take some time to think about this?
Yeah, because I need to put my words together. So, go subscribe to our podcast channel, Clean Finish Podcast, youtube.com/channel/Clean Finish Podcast. Go subscribe there. Listen to us on Thursday, 8 p.m. Follow
every Thursday, unless otherwise noted.
Correct. Follow our Twitter at It's21Blackjack, at Wise and Now, at Need Clean Finish.
I don't think there's anything else we need to plug, right?
It's unfucking believable. No, there's nothing else.
This show sucked.